That's pretty funny. Welcome back, everybody. Power Trip Morning Show. Here we are. You know, it is a lovely 30th day of July. It's going to be a warm one out there today and tomorrow. Big slate of shows this week. If you're interested, give it out the see the Fabulous Armadillos. We're in Shakopee tomorrow night. Rhythm on the Rails. It's always fun. We go to Elk River on Thursday. That's always fun.
We're in Elk River.
Right there by the river. There's like this outdoor amphitheater right there, right downtown. Old school downtown Elk River. Really cool.
Cool.
And with the Sear on Friday and Plymouth on Saturday and Stillwater on Sunday.
Stillwater? What are you doing in Stillwater?
I think it's a corporate show. I'm not sure.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Christ.
Rhythm on the Rails. I've not yet been there.
Oh, dude, let me tell you. It's the coolest.
I've heard good things.
It's so much fun. There's so many people come out. All the food trucks, all the people. It's packed and stacked. It's like being a rock star. It's fun.
That is cool.
It's pretty cool, man. So come on out. Check us out. It's going to be fun.
3 years ago yesterday, you know what happened?
3 years ago yesterday.
Was it the story you're telling us this morning?
Yeah.
I need to hear the story.
You were in a train?
The story.
Is that the Power Trip stand-up bit? What?
No? Close.
Were you on a train?
It's after that, yeah.
Don't know.
It's July.
Carl won his hit the jackpot.
Mm-hmm. Was that really?
We were in Vegas. You guys were in Vegas. This is the Friday of Vegas. I had to fly. The only reason I know, I flew home from my big boy job. First day of my big boy job. Crazy hungover.
So wait a minute. You're saying the jackpot has gone off? That is news to me.
Wait a minute. And again, I'm sorry. You're saying
Never gone off.
It was when's it again? How many years ago? When?
3 years ago yesterday is when Saucy made the brilliant idea.
Yeah, right.
And then Carl played. Carl won it.
Carl won
We
the
were with
jackpot.
Carl
Yep.
last night. He didn't mention that. I wonder if he even knew it was the anniversary, Johnny
Yeah.
Bones.
I don't know.
Huh, weird.
Nice of Carl to give a
Yeah.
rip.
Well, he's got $31,500.
Oh, it's gone by now.
I've been the same place with Carl 2 days in a row.
He spent it on Coke. the product.
Yeah, Coca-Cola. That's right.
Yeah, the drug product.
Yeah, the drug product. Let's do some news, shall we?
This is KFAN News with Chris Hockey, presented by the St. Paul Saints.
I say thank you to the St. Paul Saints. They're on the road right now, but make sure you check out saintsbaseball.com. We'll let you know when they're going to be back in town to see the best baseball you can possibly see at the best price. Great for the kiddos, great food, great ice cream, great beer, great everything. Thank you, St. Paul Saints.
You're going to see a lot of those guys on the Twins within the next couple of years.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Because they're not making any trades?
Well, you might see him on the team in August and September, truth be told. Some of that pitching staff, right?
A bus driver yesterday in White Bear Lake saw Zach walking down the street.
I noticed a boy running down the middle of the street. He had his iPad in his hand, and a diaper and a tank top, no shoes, and he was in the middle of the street, dead smack in the middle of the street.
Don't know what Zach was doing. Actually, that was a New York bus driver who saw a little boy and rescued him as he was just wandering down the middle of the street.
I noticed a little boy running down the middle of the street. He had his iPad in his hand, and a diaper and a tank top, no shoes, and I immediately stopped the bus. I actually blocked the intersection with the bus. I got out, secured my bus, took the baby in my custody. The kid was running down the sidewalk. I would figure that the parents would be chasing him, but he was in the middle of the street, dead smack in the middle of the street.
Turned out the little boy snuck out of the house. Dad was taking a nap, and Mom was at work. Nothing horrible, nothing.
Way to go, Dad.
Little boy found his way out, man. And we all know those toddlers. You better lock all those damn doors.
They toddle.
Honestly, doesn't that sound
toddle.
nice, though? Just a diaper, a tank top, and an iPad.
That's right. Yeah.
It's like most of my weekends.
You wear a diaper?
Don't worry about it, baby.
I was in New York. I don't blame him. New York's great. I'd go out and explore, too.
Every New York City bus driver sounds like a movie cliche character,
Yes,
right?
exactly. It does.
That guy sounds like the guy from Spider-Man where he goes, "You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us." It's like, okay, who cast this guy?
Relax,
and then
buddy.
that's the exact guy that just saved that kid on the bus.
I secured the bus.
Yeah.
I like him adding the little. So I blocked the intersection. I secured the bus.
Yeah, I like it. Good job, guy.
New York.
That's great.
Here's a story that'll make you just want to quit.
Oh, no.
Ladies and gentlemen, a United Airlines flight had to be diverted because of vomit.
I talked to the crew, and it sounds like it's quite bad back there. It's still really bad. The crew is vomiting, and passengers all around are are asking for masks. It sounds like I think 20-minute flight to Cleveland is probably the better option instead of going an hour and 40 straight ahead to Boston, especially with it kind of being a biohazard. I think we need to probably get this plane on the ground ASAP.
Can you imagine?
Nope.
Can you imagine? So the vomiting is so bad that other people begin to vomit.
It's like Stand By Me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great film.
Or Goonies.
Not a great film.
A+. That's
It's not as good as Stand By Me.
it's better.
That's just like your opinion, man.
Yeah.
ugh.
Both great movies. Goonies is better.
Never seen Stand By Me.
Oh,
You would love it.
You'd love
Goonies tortured my life.
Because
Same thing. Paul, we don't even need to talk about it.
Because you were
Truffle Shuffle.
it. Yeah, out. Screw
Tommy
that film.
got asked to do the Truffle Shuffle.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
horror.
screw that film.
And
It was.
well, then you're not going to like Stand By Me either, because
make fun
chow
of the
down
Fed.
wide load
Yeah.
is definitely going to be something that little Tommy would have had yelled at him. There's a pie eating contest, not that kind.
Well, he
And,
wouldn't watch that anyway.
Ew!
Tommy, there's also a scene. Well, this is a scene you might like. There's a scene in Stand By Me where they get leeches on their you-know-whats.
It's a great film.
Leeches.
Yeah.
Great
way.
movie.
Yeah.
And it is weird because the fat kid in... See, but this is why you would like it. The fat kid in Stand By Me is Jerry O'Connell, who grew up to be the best-looking one of the group anyway. Now, River Phoenix is dead. He probably would have been the leader in the clubhouse. But Jerry O'Connell was the fat kid they made fun of. And then, now look, Corey Feldman is Corey Feldman, and Jerry O'Connell is Jerry O'Connell.
married the one who's
Rebecca
blue.
Romaine.
Yeah.
Yeah, the original
really?
Mystique. Yeah, so it worked out for the
Yeah, it
fat
turned
kid
out
from
okay.
Stand By Me.
Yeah, maybe I do need to watch.
You are right.
Honestly,
though.
great movie, though. You would love it.
I mean, if River Phoenix is still alive. I mean,
Yep.
A lost Andy Warhol portrait
down.
of Blondie singer Debbie Harry could bring millions of dollars. Page 6 reports the portrait created in 1985 on a Commodore computer was found hanging in rural Delaware. I'm sorry, it's hard to say.
Delaware.
Yeah, I know. Warhol was working with the computer company as a brand ambassador and used an Amiga 1000 to show off what the tech could do. Andy Warhol made this portrait of Debbie Harry, and then it was lost and found hanging on a wall in Delaware.
No way.
That's pretty neat. I like that. I wonder what I've got hanging around my house. It's worth millions. Probably nothing, I guess. Although I do have a bunch of stuff that I've bought at charity auctions that I got to do something with. I have a collage portrait thing of Bud Grant that, I kid you not, is the size of one of those panels back there.
Which we were just talking about.
Yeah, it was Tuesday over here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We leaned right into it.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
You pointed at these panels. I just went on a 5-minute rant about, can we just get rid of these god-awful looking acoustic panels that I'm convinced are just as fake as the NFL salary cap? Let's get rid of these panels
Here
and
we
get
go.
a freaking TV back here, a giant TV that we can put sponsors logos and scorers and like, this looks so bad. I'm constantly reminded of it when I'm doing the clips for the Initials Invitational and I'm showing the highlights of Tatum and Tommy and Doe or whatever. Hey, this is 1976, and we moved in here in like 04. Good. It looks like it's we have carpet on the walls.
Look what you've done.
Bonus. This is bad.
This is not me.
We tried to avoid it.
This looks like a Christmas story.
It's pretty bad.
It's their house. Where's the leg lamp?
Cora, I actually have a guy who's in soundproofing. Like, that's commercial soundproofing is his job. He could come in here, make it modern for us, and get TVs in here.
Can we have more Brillo pad carpeted walls?
Here we Hawk?
Anyway, you were saying something about acoustic panels?
Anyway, I've got this giant Bud Grant thing that I'm never going to hang on my wall that I bought at a charity auction just because I wanted to buy something, and it's just taking up all kinds of space. I don't know what I'm going to do with
Why
it.
don't you turn your Twitter into basically Chris Hockey eBay? Why don't you just post
Well
it on
said.
Twitter and say, highest offer and it's yours?
Hey, Hawk,
Yes, sir.
please don't take this the wrong way.
Go ahead, baby.
You are a charity auctions dream.
I know.
Oh,
I hate
I've
walking
been
around.
there. He just buys because
I hate to see things not getting bid on. It
Yeah,
makes
he
me
bids
sad.
on everything.
Like that Yag machine.
I know.
Everything.
I'm an
Yep.
idiot, but I feel
You're
bad
not
for
an
the
idiot,
item. Like
but
the
yeah.
item's got feelings.
The Yag machine has shit.
That goes back to you when you were doing the kissing thing way back. It probably all stems from that.
Absolutely, you're probably right.
Kissing
yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
No, when no one bid on it.
Nobody bid on me at the
Yeah.
date. Yeah.
Yeah. He bids on
I do.
everything.
Yeah. Oh, this little
Yeah.
This little Jaeger machine ain't got a bid.
Yeah, I'd
Aw,
like,
poor thing's going to have a bad day. I better get $2,000 for it.
I'd like a tea tasting. Yeah, stuff like that. No bid on.
A Smyrna, Delaware man has racked up his 7th DUI charge. Congratulations.
7th?
Yeah. Troopers stopped Linwood Sample for allegedly
That's
weaving in and out of traffic on Route 13.
That's made up.
Computer check revealed the sample had 6 prior drunk driving convictions. Now that's number 7. Dear God.
Jesus.
Yeah. Come on, man. I don't know. Yeah, stop breaking the law, a-hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7th.
And finally, you now have a chance to eat like Wisconsin's own J.J. Watt. Culver's this week announced the J.J. Watt meal. Includes a deluxe double cheeseburger with curds, a root beer, and a chocolate turtle sundae. I'm telling you guys, that chocolate turtle thing,
Gimme.
people are going crazy
Yeah, this
when we
turtle
mentioned,
stuff,
you guys were
yeah.
talking about you didn't like that blizzard the other day.
Yeah.
I got, like I said it, like it was hail in my email.
Oh.
Well, and by the way, I think I texted you guys after the show. Some of you guys that seem to care. But,
You did.
So my Dairy Queen guy got back to us, DQ Dan Hendrickson, and he basically said that the information we were getting was wrong anyway.
Oh.
The where is that? I sent it to you guys the other day. Hang on, hold please.
I deleted it.
I blocked you.
What was the? Give me the background.
We were talking about the top blizzard,
Yeah, the
basically.
top blizzard in Minnesota, I believe, was it Oreo? Cookie? No, it was a Snickers.
Yeah,
that
which
was
is
supposed to be
that's
the
incorrect. Yeah, so it's number 1 is Reese's peanut butter cups, 2 is Oreo, 3 is cookie dough.
I think those are spot on.
Yeah, that seems way more believable. Right? We heard that turtle garbage, and we're like, there's no way. And then Chris found a story that said Snickers was number 1. My source that owns Dairy Queens, he's not Warren Buffett, he doesn't own Dairy Queen, but owns a series of Dairy Queens, says peanut butter cups is 1, Oreos is 2, cookie dough is 3.
Was that Friday, Cor?
Yeah.
You sent that to me?
I don't know.
I don't think I got it either.
Yeah. Do you not care about me?
Not really.
But I'll tell you what, man. Tell you what. If I owned even a single Dairy Queen, I'd weigh 700 pounds.
100%.
You just keep going through the drive.
You couldn't help it. I'd stop by. I'm just gonna stop by and get one on the way home.
So here's something though that I just learned a day or so ago, because McDonald's earnings report came out, and
You're
whatever,
welcome, McDonald's, by the way.
fast food in general is down a little bit, just post pandemic. It's just down a little bit.
Sure.
But one of the interesting things that I thought, do you remember when they had the Travis Scott meal a couple of years ago and it went ballistic?
Absolutely.
And I'm like, why does anybody care? It's basically the same thing, but it's just Travis Scott's name, and they went nuts for it. One of the reasons why McDonald's numbers were down this year from last. Does anybody remember what they did for about a month or so last year that was viral? You guys remember?
McRib?
No, your golden nugget thing.
Well, that too, but yep. You're on the right path, though. Remember they had the Grimace shakes?
Oh, yeah.
For Grimace's birthday?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I guess it went viral on TikTok, and all these people were doing it and then fake dying afterwards. It was like a TikTok bid.
Right.
So the numbers on the Grimace shakes were so gigantic that this year, even though McDonald's did fine, it was like 12% worse than a year ago that quarter because Grimace's shakes went through the roof.
Wow.
So now, I just think it's interesting because you just said J.J. Watt meal, right? Travis Scott meal, J.J. Watt, all these different bits. It's you have to find some kind of a bit to go viral, or the youths don't seem to care about your restaurant. You have to have a bit. Just normal food and good deals. It's like, all right, cute. That's cool. If you don't have a bit, it sounds like the masses just don't care anymore.
Yeah. Taco John's, man. Use my likeness and name.
Yeah.
Right. Just give me free food.
Call it the sloppy hockey.
Okay, sure. That's a good place to start. We'll take a few more ideas if you don't mind.
Tio, what's your Tuesday plan? Do you got to go now for big boy job or what?
Yeah,
You do have
Tuesdays
to
are
go.
even like more busy. Than
Oh, really?
Yeah, we got to fire one up today. Wish me luck out there.
All right, dude. Well, thanks for being flexible.
Yeah, I
Thanks
love
for
you
the
guys.
slot,
So
man.
I'll see you next Thursday. This one.
Sure.
Yeah.
Week from Thursday. All right, dude.
All right, bye guys.
Johnny
Love you,
Bones, can you
brother.
stick
Love you
around?
guys.
I'll stick around for a little bit. I got to find out.
All right. Sounds good. More of the Power Trip after this, including sauce and sports after this on the Fan.
Welcome back, Power Trip Morning Show. We're going to talk some sports in a moment. Big deal for the Wild. The Vikes got a new cornerback. All kinds of stuff. We are home of Viking football, and it is happening, ladies and gentlemen. Johnny Bones is here, talking a little Twins as well. In fact, let's get right to sports if Saucy's over there. You over there, Saucy?
Hi, Daddy.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by All Around Property Preservation.
Okay. The Minnesota Twins got crushed 15-2 by the Mets. Simeon Wood Richardson, the Twins pitcher, started and got just destroyed. He went 3 1/3 innings, scattered 7 hits, 6 runs. The bullpen got boat raced for 9 more runs. The Mets were down 2-0 and then scored 15 straight.
1-0.
1-0, but yeah.
This team doesn't need pitching, obviously. The Twins are 58-47. They will look to win today at 6:10 when David Festa goes for your Twins. And that is Twins News brought to you, by Quantum Fiber.
Flush it.
Yeah.
That's what they're just going to do. They're just going to flush
That's
it.
what Rocco said here.
The game really ran away from us very quickly. We didn't have the answers tonight, but it's our job to have the answers tomorrow now. Not really worry about that. I'm not going to spend too much time worrying about all the things that I saw tonight. Those were things I don't expect to see a ton of going forward. Our guys will be ready to play tomorrow.
Yeah. David Festa starting tonight. He's somebody worth watching if you are interested in the future of the Twins, because he could be a legitimate top of the rotation starter eventually. But this is only going to be his 4th start in the majors. So, and his first 2 didn't go great, but his 3rd one looked very good. Versus Philadelphia, by the way. So, a very good team.
Bonus?
Yes, sir.
The MLB trade deadline is today at 5 o'clock. The Twins and Oakland are the only 2 teams that have yet to make a trade. And everybody is saying that the Twins' only way they're going to make a trade is if they can send out salary and basically not spend any money, because the owners don't care about improving the team.
Yeah, it's not like, and I mean, frankly, at this point, there's no starting pitchers available that are, I mean, there are starting pitchers that are available, but those are starting pitchers. There's no rentals that are available.
They're not going to go after Skubal,
they're not going to go pay, get somebody that they're going to have for 3 years around. So, yeah, it's going to be. I'm afraid it's going to be. Maybe they pick up a left-handed reliever. I would like to see that, but it's been a crazy trade deadline. There's been a lot of moves made in the last 3-4 days. I mean, and Twins have sat on the sideline, and what everybody's saying behind the scenes is, it's because they don't want to pick up any salary, and that means that they have to. The way you get around that is you have to throw in extra prospects so that the person that's trading you the player is also paying that salary, and they don't want to trade extra prospects for that as well. So you've got sort of a fundamental difference in philosophy between ownership and the front office on how to best get players.
It's like $1 an hour.
Zach, your thoughts?
I don't get it. Why would you not want to have fun? If I was ever an owner of a team, I would like to want to win and do everything I could to win, but I'm not an owner.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Didn't they?
And I would also suggest it's probably at this point just good business. Like this is when you invest. Baseball goes in cycles. You don't spend money when you stink, but when you are good and you've got a chance to win a championship, then you spend some money. And, this team is, it's not a 100-win team, but it's a 90-win team right now. And, that's the sort of thing where you maybe go and do what you need to do to kind of get to the point where you're advancing once you get to the postseason, to the ALDS, to the ALCS, to the World Series.
This story is from almost 5 months ago. They sold 4 car dealerships for $75 million.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know exactly what is going on. I don't know if right-sizing the payroll, which is what they called it back in March when they announced it, is specifically about the Twins losing money, or if it's about the Pohlad family in general having issues around, say, commercial real estate, which they've invested in significantly. It's not a market that you want to be in after COVID. Are they robbing Peter to pay Paul? I don't know. I don't know enough. I don't know anything about the Pohlad's finances on this. So, the team itself is worth probably $1.5 billion right now, maybe $2 billion. that doesn't mean that that's in your bank account. That's a paper claim there. You still want to, spend responsibly of your, income. That said, like I said, it's not just necessarily being cheap. It also seems like it's being short-sighted and kind of dumb.
Were they there in October when the Twins were in the playoffs?
They were there.
There was that energy.
Yeah, there was 40,000 people going crazy. Everybody's talking about how live Target Field was, and you had and I mean, and the thing is that it's just such a reverse course. I mean, literally, a year and a half ago, they were investing $200 million into Carlos Correa to pay him $35 million a year because they felt like this is a team that is ready to compete. Yeah. And then just as they are showing promise to do so, to pull the rug out from underneath that front office. I wouldn't be shocked if the repercussions beyond this are, listen, there's a lot of teams that would like Derek Falvey as their GM. If you take a look at where the Twins are sitting right now with a lot of homegrown talent, and you take a look at what's sitting in the minor leagues waiting to be harvested, this franchise is in a really good place right now. If a large market team, say the Red Sox, or any other, some of the Angels, places that are big cities that can pay a lot, came knocking for Derek Falvey, I don't know why he wouldn't say, well, are you willing to invest some money?
Correct.
No.
Oh.
It's like $1 an hour.
The Vikings held their first padded practice yesterday, Hogs. Did you go?
I wasn't there, no.
They will continue today. They played their first preseason game 1 week from Saturday at U.S. Bank Stadium against the Raiders.
That's right. It's almost here.
Yep. The NFL Hall of Fame game is this Thursday at 7 p.m. Hawk and I will be there.
I'll give you a full report.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Yeah,
it's the last weekend without football until February.
That's right.
The Bears are 1.5-point favorites on DraftKings. Anybody want action?
Yeah.
Who are they playing?
The Houston Texans.
Yeah, I want action. Of course. Do you?
No.
What do you mean? No. What's the best kind of football, Hawk?
All football, preseason football.
Yeah,
the first
preseason
football.
I thought you were going to say football that you bet on.
No, preseason football is great football. Hawk and I love it.
We love it.
Yeah. Nobody wants action. Come on, Core.
I'll take action. Which side do you want?
I'll take the
other side.
I'll take the Texans.
I'll take the Bears.
Look at that. You guys got a problem. I love it.
Which $50, and I'm sorry, who's favored?
The Bears are 1.5-point favorites.
All right, yeah. So I just got to have the Bears score more than 2 points. I got it.
How do you set a line when you have no idea who's playing and for how long? That's so tough.
You start with a number one. You just add or subtract a point.
I guess.
Half a point.
Zacho, Comcast and Diamond Sports Group announced they've reached a new deal today. Under the new agreement, fans who subscribe to Xfinity's Ultimate TV package can watch MLB games again on Thursday.
Yeah, that's the big thing. It used to be on their mid-tier, the popular package, and now it is on their most expensive, $20 more expensive, roughly, package. Those who are not subscribed to the Ultimate package will have a opportunity for a promotional 3 months free.
Good idea.
To have Bally's for a little while before they will expect you to pony up the extra $18.50. But
so describe the Ultimate package.
It's got
about 8 inches.
Yeah, 8 inches.
Whoa.
No.
Free.
Got HGTV on it. I don't know.
Wow, that's weird.
HGTV.
So it's like a projector screen.
Yeah, it's got all sorts of.
It's got the Property Brothers.
Tommy's on his way back here.
It's got flip or flop.
Right. Both game show networks.
Whoa. Oh, game.
Oh, yeah.
Game show network.
Oh, you guys got 2 networks?
Well, there's one that's Game Show Network, and then there's another one now that's like
Buzzer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the bad one, though. Buzzer's got the old ones.
Oh.
Screw Buzzer. Give us the good. I didn't say I watched it. I'm just familiar with it.
Poor Buzzer.
You've got the
seen
Ultimate package? Is that what you're telling us, Corey?
Don't worry about it, baby.
Maybe.
I doubt it.
The Minnesota Wild announced yesterday that they've extended Brock Faber to a max 8-year, $68 million deal. That's $8.5 million a year that begins in the 2025-2026 season.
Really cool video that they released of him signing the contract. Bill Guerin talking about how he just needs to Brock needs to just be himself. Don't try to earn it all in one day. And
That's hockey, I think.
And really, really cool, emotional story for a kid who grew up going to the X, watching the Wild, and now he gets to play for him for a long time. What an awesome deal for the Wild.
Here's Garen on why the deal works for the Wild.
Brock, since the day we traded for him, has come in and, been a top prospect, but then made the most out of his opportunity. Showed a bit of what he could do when we put him in the playoffs against Dallas a few years ago, and then this year when Jared Spurgeon went down with injury, Brock quickly stepped in the one slot for the season, and played so well that he was nominated for the Calder Trophy.
And should have won it, in my opinion, but whatever. But yeah, great for him. And that season would have been an absolute disaster last year without him. So good for Brock, good for Maple Grove, good for everybody.
Yeah, good for everybody.
Wow. Thanks, Zach.
Vikings come back.
Johnny Bones, do you have to go or can you stick around?
I've got to run.
All right, you got to go.
Bones.
Yeah, I'm sorry, kids.
Bye, Johnny Bones.
All right, Johnny Bones. See you later.
Been fun.
TwinsDaily.com, HockeyWilderness.com.
We'll be having a post-deadline Cleveland and the Geek, probably a rant.
What are you going to talk about?
My guess is we'll be talking about...
is there any chance the show will be...
canceled? No. No chance.
Okay.
We will...
I hope not.
It'll be entertaining one way or the other.
All right, so we'll see you in a week.
We will see you. I will not see you next week. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Sorry.
Right.
2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm going to be in Chicago watching the Twins play the Cubs next
Thank you
week
for your honesty.
at Wrigley Field.
Have fun.
Thank you.
Vikings news is next. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
The Fan.
Punk rock icons Green Day are set to hit the stage at Target Field on August 17th. Be there to celebrate 30 years of their album Dookie. Hawk's dad will be there. And 20 years of American Idiot when they play both albums in full, as well as other hits from throughout their history. Tickets are still available, and you can get yours today at KFAN.com, keyword calendar. But caller 11 right now will win your way in with a pair of tickets, 800-320-5326.
There you go. Thanks, Maxo. Power Trip Morning Show. Bones is out the door. No Roser today.
What?
Thomas is gone as well. So it's just us, guys.
Where's Rosie?
I don't know. He'll be back tomorrow, which is good because we'll be gone,
Oh, yeah.
On your way to Canton, Ohio,
Yeah.
driving there for the Hall of Fame game, the Houston Texans taking on the Chicago Bears, the first preseason game of the NFL season.
We can't wait.
You guys are very excited. The Vikings don't open up until a week from Saturday against the Vegas Raiders of Anaheim. That's at US Bank Stadium. Let's do Vikings news because there's a couple of things that the Vikings did yesterday that are semi-interesting.
That's exactly right, Corey, and I've got some audio for you, too.
It's time for Vikings news on the Power Trip, presented by
Radco. Let's go, Radco.
All right, so they cut kicker John Parker Romo. Again, sounds like a serial killer.
Yeah, or a law firm.
Yeah. Which shouldn't shock anyone, even if you saw some of his stats and, wow, the kid can bomb it. Well, but when you draft a kicker, unless it's Daniel Carlson and Zimmer wants him cut after 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever it was, when you invest an actual draft pick in a kicker, not a free agent rookie, you almost always pick that guy. It doesn't matter what the kicking competition is. You go with the one that you invested in.
Correct.
So when they drafted Will Reichert, my guess is they all knew that was the massive front runner, the leader in the clubhouse, and that's exactly what happened. So they're going to cut John Parker Romo and go with the kid.
Yeah. Right move.
Shocks no one.
Yep. Just be patient with them and don't cut them after the fourth week.
But also, if you believe this year is a transition year, and it looks like it is when you have a transitional quarterback like Sam Darnold, whether he plays brilliantly or terribly, what a year to try out a rookie kicker, right? To move on from Greg Joseph and let's just let the kid figure it out.
Who's the Packers kicker, I think? Greg
Joseph. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that where he ended up?
That's all right.
Yeah.
So they cut John Parker Romer. That's one move. The other move they did is they added defensive back Bobby McCain, a 9-year vet. This is going to be his 10th year. Never heard of him, but still, he's played for a couple of teams, including the Dolphins. when Brian Flores was there. He's played for the Giants, I believe, as well. I think that's where he was last year.
Yeah, a lot of snaps for Washington, a lot of snaps for a lot of teams until last year. It was the first year he didn't play a whole lot, just a special teamer last year. But up till then, he'd been a starter.
So 30 years old. At this point, though, we just need some more depth. We need more corners. So defensive back Bobby McCain joining the squad, at least temporarily. Likewise, we talked about this earlier, but Lewis Cine, according to all the reports yesterday, was on the sidelines at the Vikings training camp, not in uniform.
Yeah, and in years past, it's obviously changed, but there would be like a series of cuts. Now there's just one. But as we said about an hour ago, I don't know why he's still on the team. You're not keeping him off the field for trade purposes. Maybe you're keeping him off the field because if he gets hurt, you owe him his whole rookie contract. Maybe that's it. But he is probably most likely not going to make the team.
But if that's the case, and we talked about this an hour ago, if that's the case, that you truly just don't want him out there because if he gets hurt, then you're on the hook to pay him. If that is actually a thing, that's what we're just guessing, then you can just cut him. Right. I mean, they just did it with the kicker and Bobby McCain, right? You let him go. If you know you're letting Lewis Cine go in like 3 weeks, just let him go now.
Right. Because if he's not practicing, you're not going to use him as like a body in the fourth quarter of all these preseason games, right?
Right.
Like that'd be the only reason you'd keep him, just so you didn't have to play some of these other guys that are going to make the team. But if he's not practicing, I don't understand. And if he's, from all the reports we've heard, if he's not significantly hurt, I don't understand it.
Well, we get it.
When you have a first round pick be a quote bust, it's one thing to just not be great.
Right.
Can't even make the team. That's insane, right?
Do some reporting, Sauce.
Yeah, do some reporting. How come he can't make the team? How come he's not good enough to be a backup on the squad?
Whenever I need information, I'll text like two people. Maybe I'll get the answer.
Justin Jefferson no longer the top-rated wide receiver in Madden. One person ahead of him now.
Maxo?
It's got to be Tyreek.
That's what I was going to say.
He's a 99. Yep. JJ's a 98.
Because he didn't play the full season to be it. He should be a 99. That's probably right.
Yeah. Followed by C.D. Lamb.
Stud.
A.J. Brown.
Stud.
Amon St. Rob Brown.
Stud. Yeah.
Devontae Adams.
Stud.
Jamar Chase.
Stud.
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs.
Former stud.
I mean,
Stud Lee.
He might not even be the number one option on the team.
I was going to say, do you remember what team he's on now?
Tank Dell was really good.
Yeah, that's right. And then Mike Evans and Brandon Ayuk.
Mike Evans should be higher. Mike Evans has had 1,000 yards receiving every year he's been in the league.
Yeah, but I mean, he's getting older. Yeah, he's getting old.
But he's...
Is he the Wisconsin guy?
No, he's the Texas A&M guy.
Okay, never mind.
He played with Johnny Manziel.
Was there a Mike Evans from Wisconsin?
Yeah, the guy that went to Buffalo.
Lee Evans.
Okay, that's it. All right, thank you. Yeah, I was close. See, you got to give me a little bit of a...
Yeah.
All right, good.
Proud of you, Hogs.
A couple days ago, Bleacher Report did a ranking of the NFL's franchise players for teams to build around before the 2024 season. They have a handful of honorable mentions. These are the people that they think are just outside the top 15. Nick Bosa, C.D. Lamb, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
That one's questionable at this point. Yeah. Jordan Love, Brock Purdy, C.J. Stroud, Tua. Then let's get to the actual list, though. Jamar Chase, number 15. Patrick Surtain is a cornerback from the Denver Broncos, good enough to be 14th.
Yeah, on a terrible team.
The only reason I'm bringing this list up at all, they have Justin Jefferson 13th.
Wow.
Really?
I would have guessed a little bit higher. When you see the list, obviously there's a lot of quarterbacks at the top of the list because you got to build around a quarterback. They have him 13th.
Is he is there a wide receiver higher than him?
So let's go through it quickly here. Quinnen Williams, 12th from the Jets. Okay. Myles Garrett from the Browns, 11th. Max Crosby of the Raiders is 10th. He's a beast.
Yeah.
Penei Sewell of the Lions is 9th. Tristan Wirfs, offensive tackle for the Buccaneers, 8th. Micah Parsons, hard to argue that.
Yeah.
7th.
I'm surprised he's lower. He's not higher.
Should be higher.
Yeah.
Then we go quarterbacks the rest of the way. Justin Herbert is 6th. Jalen Hurts, 5. Joe Burrow, 4. Josh Allen, 3. Lamar Jackson, 2. And no surprise, Patrick Mahomes still number 1. So, yeah, Justin Jefferson, 13th, but the highest rated wide receiver.
Yeah.
If you had to build around Micah Parsons or JJ, you can only have one of the two.
That's a
That's
great question, Corliss.
Thanks.
Parsons is a beast. I mean, Parsons is one of the best defensive players since Lawrence Taylor. He's that good. He's Aaron Donald-like. But Justin Jefferson, man, he caught 1,000 yards receiving, and he missed, 7 games? Like,
Micah's a part. I mean, Micah can be an impact on every play.
Yeah, I think it's Micah.
I would probably have to go Micah, too. Just the nature of being a wide receiver, you're dependent upon someone else. Micah can just wreak havoc by himself.
I mean, they both offensive and defensive coordinators for each team, obviously different positions, of course, but both of those guys they have to game plan against both those guys. But you have to spend a significant amount of time as an offensive coordinator trying to figure out where he is on the field.
Yeah. I'd have put him above Herbert on that list.
Yeah. Jonathan Grenard is our friend here on the Power Trip Morning Show. And here he talks about how excited he is to be at the Vikings this season.
I'm excited just because we got a younger team, obviously just a team who's hungry, a lot of guys who are all chasing the same goal. I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, it's still football, so at the end of the day, I can still do my thing in that aspect. And the guys, the energy is infectious everywhere, so we're all chasing after the same goal, and that makes us just add a little bit more to our practices for sure.
All right, so tell me if this is preposterous. Sauce, you were out there on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Danielle Hunter is the Incredible Hulk.
Yes.
Right? One of the most freakish people I've ever seen in my life. It just doesn't look like he's human because he's just 1,000 feet tall and he's all muscle.
They call him creative player.
Right. He looks fake.
Yeah.
Right. He's that monstrous. Is it possible, though, Grenard's more athletic? Because all the reports are that Grenard is just a machine. He just looks sleeker and faster.
Yeah.
Right. Obviously, he's not as strong as Daniil. Daniil is he's a creative player.
Yeah, he's a creative player. Yeah.
Looks like he's carved out of stone.
Yeah,
right. Right. But Grenard is just completely cut, but also maybe more mobile.
I think what you're looking for, Corey, is I think Grenard is more finesse. He's more a finesse player. That's how he plays that position. Daniil is all power. I mean, it's just he's got those long arms where he can get up in that tackle and push their face mask up and get into him with one move, and then he can go under him like that.
Didn't it seem like Daniil wasn't a factor unless he got a sack?
Yeah,
you know
I mean, Daniil, I don't think Daniil is that good against the run.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And I think Grenard is good against both. I think he's more, like I said, I think he's more of a finesse player than just pure bull rush.
Yeah, so far the reports on Grenard are very solid, right? That he looks like a jack of all trades and he looks like a machine.
Good dude, man.
You know, they
and a
say
super
like,
nice guy.
You get to go up against two great tackles. Christian Darrisaw is a top 3 tackle in the league, and Brian O'Neill is one of the best right tackles in the league, right? So you get to go up against them every single day in these padded practices with these 2 new defensive ends. And Dallas Turner, I think I read yesterday, he got a lot of pushback from Darrisaw yesterday because it's, rookie on a vet, but that's good for them. That's how you get better. You go against great players. Great players need to go against great players. You don't get any better going against bad players, and they have 2 great bookend tackles. So good for the Vikes. They have the core to be a good team. They just need the quarterback to work out. That's maybe the best sound in the world.
Bobby McCain's the new Minnesota Viking here. He talks about coming to the Minnesota Vikings.
I got the call coming
he's cornerback.
Friday. Me and Flo been in contact a little bit, but I got the call and I was ready to go. I'm grateful for the opportunity. His play style is very aggressive. You're gonna bring the energy. You gotta be good tacklers, blitzers. You gotta be a good blitzer and good in open space. And I'd like to hang my hat on all of it.
He wants to hang his hat.
I don't do that. Do you guys hang your hat?
Sure.
No.
I got too many hats.
I just throw it on the floor. What do I care? The dogs might chew on it, but I don't care.
Yeah. Mine, yeah.
Your friends chew on your hats?
Oh, brilliant.
That is such like a 1970s thing, though, right? Every movie or TV show from the 70s, the dad comes home from a long day at work and they put their hat on the old coat rack right in the front hallway and then ask the wife where the hell dinner is. Right?
Rosie called that the good old days.
Where's dinner?
Yeah.
Rosie's somewhere smiling with a cigarette,
just wearing socks.
Has a couple of beers, probably beats the kids, and goes to bed. Hey, it was a different time. I'm not in favor. I'm just saying it was the 60s and 70s.
Expressing facts.
Right, that's just how
okay.
I've seen Mad Men.
Yeah.
And I don't mean just angry at adult humans. I mean the show.
Yeah, all right.
Do you know the cast of Glee had more songs chart than the Beatles did?
That seems fair.
Who loved that show?
I did. I really liked it. First couple of seasons were fun. I liked watching that with Abba Dabba. We had fun.
Yeah.
Good old days, man. Right? How about Barbra Streisand has sold more records, 140 million, than Pearl Jam, Johnny Cash, and Tom Petty combined.
Wow.
How
Take
about
that,
that?
Eddie Vedder.
Isn't that cool?
Paul,
Good
your
for
hands
you,
up.
Barbara.
Barbara Streisand
dude,
currently Woodhawk.
I would pay $7 million, and I'd have to rob 8 banks to spend time with her used clothing.
Oh, my God.
I'm a seamstress.
How?
Hi.
Are men who do that still called seamstresses?
Sure,
Or
we
is
are.
there a male term for that?
No, we like it.
Seamster?
No, we're seamstresses.
Seamstresses.
Yeah, we enjoy it. It's fine. It's a term of endearment.
I don't believe
You
I
love
will.
that movie.
I'm pretty convinced I will never buy another album the rest of my life.
I mean, yeah, I just listened
Unless
to it
something dramatically changes.
on iHeartRadio.
No, I mean, it's weird, but look, things change. Same thing with DVDs, Blu-rays, right? That's over. Never buy one of those again.
Yeah.
No.
I just like having a physical copy of like songs I really, really, really like.
I do as well, but there's no point in it anymore. I loved doing that growing up. At this point, it's absolutely irrelevant.
It just takes up space. You got to
it's a waste of time.
Throw it out. Yep. Move on, throw it out.
Well, at this rate, too, you kind of have to go out of your way to find somewhere to play a CD.
Yeah.
Because even cars don't have, a lot of cars don't have CD players anymore.
I think the only one is the Xbox I have has where you could put a disc in, but now I just download every game.
Well, I remember the first car I got that didn't have a CD player. I was like, what am I going to do? And then about a day later, I'm like, I'm never going to use a CD again. You adapt, you move on.
Yeah.
I've said it before. I'll say it again.
Oh, careful.
I'm from the day of the cassette player in the car, of course.
Yeah.
And once a Faster Pussycat cassette got stuck in the cassette player, and I couldn't get it to come out, and so I couldn't listen to the radio, and it was stuck on fast forward, and I had to drive 45 minutes to get from my hometown to Dayton, Ohio. And I listened to that record on fast forward because it was the only thing to listen to.
So you technically listened to even faster Pussycat.
Technically,
Wow.
that's exactly right.
Fast forward, fast.
That's how they
They
torture
took that
people.
extremely literally.
That's how you torture people.
Oh, but
that
man.
sounds terrible.
Silence when you're driving to work at night, because I was driving to the morning show, so it was the darkness in the middle of the night, and I was like,
You know what I mean? Somebody gets in your car. What band is this? Is this Pussycat? Nope. This is Faster Pussycat.
That's a terrible name.
Yeah, sure is. Fan 5 is next. 8 o'clock hour of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on the Fan.